man.
Yeah, man. Black owned, man. This is black owned. Bag hard. Yeah, presentation. Come on, man. Get out the black owned business. JB's, man.
Instant flavor, more for dipping. Put on your rice, your noodles, anything. You're walking by and miss the green jar.
Black owned everything. Not some things, not a few things, everything.
Yeah, got to hit that sauce on all of them. Know the vibe.
Dip sponsor of the NFL.
That's right.
That drizzle on there for you. You already know.
When you see a black-owned business like this in your neighborhood, somebody hustling from the sidewalk, from the driveway, or even from inside the house, support them.
Y'all want to support black businesses? Y'all say y'all been waiting for an app for us, made by us? Go ahead and check this app out. So I was scrolling a little TikTok-y, and I was reading the comments. I found somebody post this app that this was a new app for black businesses. You guys want hair care, skin care, clothing, books, anything that you could think of. And if you guys are a black business, you can apply to get your products listed onto this app. Go check it out.
I'm not a blonde with blue eyes. You can keep scrolling.
To all my black people and supporters of us, there is a black Amazon. If you did not know, it's an app. It's called Myra or Mirror. It's where you can go and go get everything you need from people who are black owned. Throughout this whole paradigm, we've been seeing multiple cases back to back with different situations and different outcomes. We've been moving the black wealth and back into our pockets. I love to see it. With that being said, we have seen just in a few weeks, we have seen a skyrocket in different black communities, different black produce.
I found this fully black-owned nail and hair salon in Las Vegas. It's called Beyond the Barriers. Just think about that for a second, okay? And boy, let me tell you, I had an impeccable experience with my nail tech, Latoya. She took her time.
I created a website to help people find black-owned businesses all in one place.
The #1 business category for black-owned businesses is not what you think at all.
The #1 business category for Black and African American owned companies isn't barbershops, it's not music, it's not fashion, it's not restaurants, none of those. It's healthcare and social assistance, and no other category comes even close.
Asians thought black people would give up after some few weeks. That is, the boycott would slowly fade away and everything would go back to normal. But here we are in week 4, and instead of slowing down, the movement is appearing to be growing even stronger. Now, that is exactly what's catching, so many people by surprise. I mean, people are not just talking about it anymore. They are opening black-owned businesses. They are creating websites. We are talking of Amazon-like websites that help customers find black-owned companies, black-owned products, black-owned businesses, and even launching shopping apps dedicated to, black-owned products. Some young people are choosing entrepreneurship over traditional career paths because they believe this is the right time to build something of their own, to help, build their black community. So whether you agree with that movement or you don't agree, but I think there's one thing which is appearing to be hard to ignore. The level of organization, the determination and effort that black people are putting on this movement has left many people genuinely stunned. So anyway, let's dive into this and let's hear these people explain what are those apps, what are those websites, what are their efforts in detail, so we can understand what exactly is happening. And if this is your first time, please subscribe so we can have more of these discussions. Otherwise, I'll see you later for more discussions.
And before anybody gets uncomfortable, before anybody starts typing think pieces, before anybody starts calling us divisive, let me ask a question. Why is every community allowed to support themselves except for us? Why is it when black people say we're going to intentionally spend our money within the black community with black businesses, all of a sudden it's a problem? Why is it controversial? Why does that make people angry? Because that's what we're seeing right now. People are acting like black folks declared a war. No, we didn't boycott anybody's humanity. We didn't call anybody any racial slurs. We didn't threaten anybody. We didn't say anybody couldn't eat. We simply said we were going to spend our money with our own people. And somehow that became racism. Think about that. A community deciding where they want to spend their own money is being treated like a hate crime. They are playing in our faces. Because the minute black people start talking about ownership, economics, self-sufficiency, everybody gets nervous. Black owned everything. If you own a black business, put it in the comments. Drop it in the comments if you or anybody you know, your cousin, your auntie, your uncle. If you own a black business, put it in the comments. If your uncle, your nephew, your niece, put it in the comments. I don't care if it's candles. I don't care if they cut grass. I don't care if she braid hair. I don't care if you own a trucking company. Put it in the comments. Let's make this comment section a black business directory. Black owned everything. Now let's talk about why people are uncomfortable. Because ownership changes everything. Ownership changes the conversation. Ownership changes who has leverage. Ownership changes who gets respected. And ownership changes who gets ignored. When you're dependent on somebody else's business, somebody else's bank, somebody else's media, somebody else's jobs, they can tell you how to think. They can tell you how to act. They can tell you what you're allowed to say. But ownership, what this is right here, because it's a black-owned platform right here, ownership changes the power dynamic. And that's why every successful community invests in itself. Yet somehow when we say it, it's dangerous. They are playing in our faces. They need that black dollar.
Different black businesses that have seen upwards of 125% increase in total revenue. Let's keep this more money flowing. This is our money, especially when it comes to the beauty industry. It was something that we cultivated as black people, especially black women, when there was a whole beauty dysphoria and black women back then. You think about Madam C.J. Walker, who felt like they wasn't beautiful enough and made products for the black woman. Let's put our money where these black business owners have beauty stores. I've seen such an influx on my TikTok alone of we do it all, brothers and sisters. And I know that's really not shocking to me, but to see it, I've seen black farmers selling their products online. I've seen black plumbers. I've seen us everywhere, and it's a reminder to us that we are everywhere. We are multi-talented. We are multifaceted. Let's keep it up. Again, the app is called Myra. Make sure you're going online and looking up black-owned businesses. Listen, people, this is not the exclusion of supporting other businesses. This is the inclusion. We're not like white supremacists. We're not like bigots. This is the inclusion, not exclusion. We'll still support those who support us, but we're putting ourselves first as a priority, and we have that right. And I serve the country so that you can have that right. You can decide where you want to go shop, who you want to support. You can do that. So I'm proud of you guys. Let people keep saying what they want to say. We're not getting out on the streets anymore. We're not protesting. I know a lot of people are thinking we're going to protest. We're going to wreak havoc. No. We're going to stay at home. We're going to go to work. We're going to make our income. We're going to shop with black business owners. Shout out to President Barack Obama. He just finished building his presidential center, and he incorporated 4 black-owned construction companies. Let's keep the wealth. Let's keep the wealth in our communities, so that we can have the money, and we can have the finance to invest in these mental health programs for our youth, for our children. That's an important one. Just because you're getting this money, don't mean you go buy some Gucci. Don't mean you go buy this and that from all these other stores when people are supporting you. Pour it back into your community. Pour it back into your local Boys and Girls Club. Pour it back into those to those organizations that are watching little black girls and little black boys for less expensive prices than other places. Put your money back into it, so that our mothers and our sisters and our fathers, they can afford to be able to have child care and go to work and have a productive living, and so they can have time to take care of their children. It is a paradigm. It's not just about shopping black. It's about making sure that the wealth and the health that we as black people spend in America is fluctuating in our community as well. Because black people are some of the most active shoppers, to say the least. We're some of the most active producers anywhere. But yet we produce everything anybody else can do. So again, keep it going. The app is called Myra. Make sure you download the app. You can buy black products. I've been on it. this whole entire week. I will forever stay on it because I'm a black-owned business. You can look us up on Google, C4M The Label LLC. Again, C4M The Label LLC. We do have a clothing brand, Chosen for Motion. All our ambassadors are black women. Shout out to our black women. We love you. We see you. We adore you. We honor you. Not only that, we will be restocking soon. We also will be doing more events for the community. We want to do some more boxing matches so that the young adults can get their frustration out in a more healthier way. Let's get back on track. I'm proud of y'all, man. Keep it up. Let's let this not be a trend. Let's let it be a lifestyle. God bless you.
I created a website to help people find black-owned businesses all in one place. And my primary goal is to get people to use the website. That's why I created short-form promotional content for businesses, also known as commercials. With that being said, I am not a food reviewer. A food reviewer primary job is to evaluate the food. They talk about what they like, what they dislike. They critique the food. They offer opinions. They give ratings. They tell whether it was worth the money. They compare it to other places. I don't do any of that. If you watch any of my videos, you can tell that I don't do any of that. What I'm doing with Melanin Market is quite different. I highlight businesses. I don't critique them. I create awareness around the business so that they can be more visible. I help business owners get discovered. I produce short form promotional contents, aka the commercials y'all see. And I also connect the customers with the business. A lot of my videos may feel like commercials because they are. They are structured more like commercials, so even when I try the food, I don't judge it. I don't critique it. That is not my goal. I do not score the food. My goal is to showcase the business so that you can learn more by visiting the website where there are a lot of other amazing black-owned businesses. I might describe myself as a business spotlight creator, local promoter, digital marketer, business showcase creator, community-focused content creator, or simply a creator who creates short-form promotional content for black-owned businesses. So whenever you see one of my videos, just think of it as an introduction, because the directory is where you can discover more businesses, get their information, and support them directly.
The number one business category for black-owned businesses is not what you think at all.
The number one business category for Black and African American owned companies isn't barbershops, it's not music, it's not fashion, it's not restaurants, none of those. It's healthcare and social assistance, and no other category comes even close.
Now, why is this such a big deal? Why is this so important?
The reason why the focus and the concentration on Black businesses in healthcare and social assistance is so important is because America is aging, right? America is getting older by the day. And that powerful economic theme is literally where Black businesses play. That's where we're concentrated.
And so how do we as a community take advantage of these opportunities?
In order to take advantage of these opportunities, a couple of things have to happen. Number one, we have to move from a place where the owners and operators are sole proprietors, meaning they only generate revenue when they're in the building, when they're doing the services and doing the work. Number two, we have to think about how we scale these businesses. Having one elder care service company is great, but when you string 3 and 4 and 5 of these together, well, now you're talking about a company that generates millions of dollars in revenue. Add a multiple on that. And when you're talking about selling those kinds of businesses, you're talking about transformational wealth and then generational wealth, and then obviously access to capital and then support. We've got to support these businesses.
So today we got JB's. As y'all can see where I'm at.
All right, so you want a loaded fry, no bacon, you want a chicken tender sandwich, and you want the mango lemonade.
Yes, sir.
Nice.
Yes, sir.
Let's do that.
Let's do it. Yeah. Got you into this?
So my parents started it when I was in high school, like 5-6 years ago, and getting out of high school, I never really liked school. I never wanted to go to college and none of that. So having this as an opportunity, I just told my parents I'm gonna go 120% on JB's, and that's what I've been doing for the past 6 years, man.
Yeah, man. Black owned, man. This is black owned. Bag hard. Yeah, presentation. Come on, man. Get out the black owned business. JB's, man. And then the mango. Yeah. 25, 75, snap from your roll. Come on. So this is the first bite, y'all. Oh my God. It's a little different, a little tangy, but it's really good. I get it like a 8 out of 10. This is the second box. We got the chicken sandwich, y'all. Oh shit. I like that's just busting. Oh my God. This they mango flavor. I'm gonna give this a 8 out of 10 as well. But this is good. I was hungry before I came. One more bite of this, y'all. Come on. Oh my God. It's like they give me pub sub vibes. The way it tastes, but it's so good.
I found this fully black-owned nail and hair salon in Las Vegas. It's called Beyond the Barriers. Just think about that for a second, okay? And boy, let me tell you, I had an impeccable experience with my nail tech, Latoya. She took her time, she had great energy, and did phenomenal work. The salon itself is pure quality. Each nail and hair tech has their own suites for their clients, very comfortable and truly satisfying to see my black sisters out here doing their thing, and I'm totally here for it. So if you guys happen to be in town, please check them out. You definitely won't be disappointed. What a nice black-owned experience I just witnessed.
You know, after hearing this, I think there's one thing that I've learned. You know, never underestimate people who have already made up their minds. Like, never underestimate those people who have started their journey and they are determined to reach their final destination. Because, you know, there were so many voices, Asian voices, white voices, saying this boycott, this wealth transfer, this redirection of black dollar back into, you know, black community will never last. They said people would lose interest, would just get tired and quietly return to their old shopping habits. Like, yeah, it's gonna just go back to normal. But now we are in week 4, and instead of, you know, slowing down, many supporters appear even more determined than before. That's why so many people are standing right now, especially Asians, because they expected the movement to stop at point A, like the moment it started. But now it reached the point B, and now it looks like it's pushing toward, you know, point C. And that's what is, you know, surprising many people. Because this conversation is no longer just about where people choose to shop. It's becoming a conversation about ownership, about, you know, visibility and building alternatives. Like, yeah, if not to Asians, then since people still not need those services, let them come to me as a fellow, you know, black person. I mean, just look at some of the efforts people are making. Let's try to look at that. You know, first we are seeing people who start entirely new businesses. Now, one example is the video of, you know, that young man behind the JBs. According to him, he explained that instead of following the traditional, you know, college path, he committed himself fully to helping, you know, grow the family business, the, you know, black family business. So whether somebody agrees with that decision or you don't, but I think it's something that, you know, reflects a level of confidence that many people didn't expect to see, that somebody can be that that determined, you know, to quit something and pursue, you know, business, especially during this time. So yeah, that level needs some sort of appreciation. Now, the second thing, you see, people are creating shopping apps designed to, you know, connect customers with black-owned businesses. Because instead of waiting to be discovered, like to be discovered naturally as business grows, like those customers who come to you, they tell their friends, and then it keeps going until more people know you. Instead of waiting for you to be known that way, like naturally, they are building their own platforms. They're making it easier for customers to find, clothing, beauty products, books, household items, and, much more in one place, in just that app. I think that's a major shift. We can really appreciate that major shift. So that means people are so determined about this movement. Now, the third thing is that the other creators are building websites like Amazon. Okay, it's Amazon like, not that it's Amazon, but it's Amazon like. Okay, they are like online directories which are dedicated to promoting, black-owned businesses. So that level of determination, really means that somebody is really serious about the path he has taken, about the journey that person wants to go through until he reaches the final destination. Because creating a website, there is somebody who created, Black Business Bible, like a directory for that. I mean, that simply shows how serious other people are. Because they are not simply reviewing products. They're introducing businesses to entirely new audiences. They're acting like community marketers, helping small businesses become more visible, become more known, right? To be known by more people. Because there are people who may need a specific service within the Black community, but they may not know where to get that. They don't know which Black business is offering that. But since they desperately need that business, they desperately need that product, or they desperately need that service, they will have no alternative but to go to ASIANS, since they desperately need that. But if there is an alternative that, people can be told to, like, you can go here, if you want this, go there, if you want this, come here. I mean, that can make other things to become easier. Now, the fourth thing is about social media itself. It has become part of the movement. Let's not ignore this. You see, people are not just posting opinions anymore. They are posting business names, location, restaurant locations, hair salons, construction companies, farmers, healthcare providers, tracking companies. They are literally turning comment sections into free advertising spaces. Some creators are even calling for that. You please make sure you tag your businesses down in the comments. Please imagine. Okay, it's like free advertisement. There's a platform which is calling for you just to put their business, and they will advertise that for free. I think that's something that many people probably never imagined happened on this scale. And the last thing is about encouragement. You see, many supporters are encouraging successful business owners to invest back into their own communities. They are talking about like youth programs, child care, community organizations, local opportunities. Their argument is simple. It's just that the economic success shouldn't stop with one business owner. Okay, like, when they buy from a business, a Black business, it shouldn't end there. Okay, even this person with the business, after making those sales, should find ways to invest back into the community. So it's an effort that should, create opportunities for next, generations too. Now, I know people have different opinions, different, perspectives on how we look at things. Whether somebody agrees with every part of this movement or you don't agree, but I think, like, these are real conversations happening across social media, and that's exactly why this story keeps attracting attention, keeps, make people talk. Because many people expected frustration from Black people. Like, they will come back to normal, they will be frustrated looking at it, they have nowhere to get some alternatives. Instead, they are watching organization. Black people are being organized. They're coming together. There is some sort of unity. If you want this, go to this shop. If you want this, go to this shop. Because many people expected temporary excitement. Like, oh, Black people are just, excited. They're just doing this out of anger. But look, they are seeing people build businesses, Black businesses. They expected compliments from Black people. Instead, they are watching people create apps, creating Amazon like websites, business networks. That's why this discussion is not like disappearing anytime soon. Because in many ways, it's so evolving, it's changing in many ways. Every time another Black business, gets promoted, gets created, every time another entrepreneur launches something new, okay, online, even not online. Every time another customer intentionally supports that business, so the conversation grows even bigger every single day. That's what makes some people to be excited, while others outside the black community are like furious. They don't understand because they didn't expect black people to put much effort like this. That's what others are questioned at the end of the day, like what exactly is going to happen next after this thing has happened. So anyway, we don't know. We just have to have our eyes fixed on what is happening, what is going to happen next, because sometimes people assume a movement has reached its limit only to discover it was just getting started. People thought it was the end maybe, but the more people are, the more time goes, the more people are creative in creating what should help solve and what should help the movement keep going. It's like they are fueling in this movement, because like they expected the one destination, okay, but now instead they watched it travel even further. Those people who hate this movement. So yeah, whether this momentum continues over time or it doesn't, but I think there's one thing which is certain. There's something which is clear. It has already exceeded what many critics believed was possible. It has already proved it to be, like black people were serious that they can do all these things. They can put all these efforts. So anyway, let me know what your thoughts are down in the comment section. I'll appreciate to read your comments. What exactly, if you're a black American, are you putting any effort? What is that? If we can share, I'll greatly appreciate. Otherwise, see you next time, and I'm proud of you. If this is your first time, please subscribe so we can have more of this.